Hello and welcome. A couple of weeks ago, when I posted the last astrological update, I spoke about a change in the air, and it certainly implied that it would be a positive change. I spoke the truth. There is a change in the air, and it will be both positive and negative depending upon how it affects you. But I didn't tell the whole truth, because on the way to the change, there is a bump in the road in the form of the full moon coming this Friday, September 29th. um, the full moon brings back some of the aspects, some of the difficult aspects that we all dealt with in some form or another at the beginning in 2008, 2009, and 2010 that would have eased up to some extent in 2011 and now. These aspects are the most difficult for people with birthdays at the beginning of Aries, Capricorn, Libra, and Cancer. But it affects everyone. It forms a signature that creates generally a difficult dynamic, a stressful dynamic in the air, and we'll all feel it. Also, at the same time, some other planets are moving into position to form another difficult aspect that in particular affects the early mutable signs, which are Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, and Sagittarius. So there is pain for everyone, no matter what. And there's certainly enough difficulty in the air to give everyone time pause for thought. The important thing to remember is that even though this may recapitulate some of the difficulties that we experienced a few years back, it's not the same time. You're different. The aspects are actually different, even though they bring up some of the same issues. And we can take a different approach. We can take different actions, but just as in 2008 and 2009 and 10, we should be wary of looking for solutions, because the nature of these aspects is to present circumstances that have no solution. There's nothing. It's not like some puzzle that you can solve, that if you only get the right books or look up the right words, you're going to get it right. Or if you think really hard, it's not a question of doing things in a certain way, doing enough push-ups or having the right diet, making sure you do yoga every day. These things are all helpful, but there's not a solution. It's just a question of taking action and seeing what's happened. It's as if life is going, okay, well, let's just give everybody something really difficult to do and see what they do. And so you kind of have no choice but to do something. Another very important thing to remember is that it's short-lived. It's not like a couple of years ago where the message was, well, you got a few more years of this, so get used to it. Really, we only have 2 weeks, both for the lunar cycle and for the other aspects. So even though 2 weeks can feel like a long time if you're going through difficulties, it's not really that long. So play with it. Try a different approach. Try something different and see what happens. You may be surprised. It may blossom for you in unexpected ways, because there are also beneficial aspects that were not in place a few years ago. In the face of all this, it's always good to pray. And at the same time, to remember that if this seems like a really unfair game that life is playing with you, it's the only game in town. And we're all in the same boat, playing that same silly game with you, even if it doesn't look like that, even if you think that you're alone. So enjoy. It really doesn't have to be that bad, as bad as it might sound, given what I'm saying, and see what happens. There are unexpected blessings in store. I'll talk to you in a few weeks after these aspects are done and the new paradigm truly does move into place, having put us all through our paces and gotten rid of what needs to be gotten rid of. Talk to you soon. Bye.